Meow?
Second time's a charm. Hello guys, girls and people of the YouTube. It is me, Aussie, one half the Mono Supreme YouTube channel. Might be a little bit too happy today, but it's okay. It's because I'm actually recording a goddamn video again. Why do I not record many videos? Because I'm stupid, alright? That's just it. I don't know if you saw that I'm not wearing any pants, but it'll be alright, I promise you that. So today, a video I've wanted to do for years and I just never really got around to doing, because originally on the 7 Through Knots channel I did a bottom 10 toys in my collection, which is available on Patreon if you want to go support that Patreon, along with all of my other 7 Through Knots videos on there, so check it out. $1 a month. So basically this video is very self-explanatory. The reasons will be either sentimental, detail, or just they look cool. There's not really any specific requirements for this, it's just things I look at and think, I'm glad I have that. I really hope you enjoy this video, and I'm going to be doing a top 10 Sonic videos and a top 10 items in my collection in general. So without further ado, let's get on to the list. Number 10. So at number 10 we have these. The Diecast Daleks. Now the reason that they're here is because they were the first 5-inch scale Daleks which were actually remotely accurate, because I'm sure you're aware that the 2005 original character options Daleks were pretty awful, and these came along and stole the spotlight until character options in 2008 released the Still on Earth Dalek. But yeah, they just got a really cool look to them. In terms of accuracy, they are pretty much there, but I think the bronze is a little bit off. It's not quite the same colour, but the fact that it has a gold band means that it's the Metaltron Dalek, which I always like that Dalek design anyway. It's probably one of my favourites. And they painted the rings around their hemispheres, so you can't really go wrong with that. Number 9. These bad girls. I say bad girls because the TARDIS is a girl. So yeah, the reason that these are at number 9 is because we've got the B&M ones, which, let's face it, are pretty fucking awful. I'm gonna get a lot of hate in the comments, people going, oh, well, just be grateful that they released them all, and it's like, well, no. I mean, okay, I'm contradicting myself because I own all of them, but that's because I'm a completist, so of course I'm gonna own them all. Yeah, they're just really tacky and just feel really cheap and kind of nasty. The rest of the B&M figures are fine, it's just the TARDIS are pretty dire. There goes my free sets from character options, because I actually applied to receive free sets. Now that's probably gone out the window because I said bad things. I've got a list of positives and negatives. It's cool that they're re-releasing them, they're good for customs, but they're not really that good toys. Buy them all now, otherwise I won't get free stuff. These are good because they are actually painted, whereas the B&M ones are casted in a colour and then given a dirty wash, whereas these are actually casted in a colour, painted, and then given a dirty wash. So they're not tacky, the details are absolutely superb. I mean, at the time we were kind of like, oh, these are 100% accurate, but honestly, comparing these now to what we get nowadays, yeah, they're pretty outstanding. They've got like dry brushing along the sides and all sorts. They're just absolutely gorgeous toys. Number 8. So number 8 we have the black and white Troughton and Cyberman figures. Now, I don't have the William Hartnell Dalek ones, but I want them so badly. And I'll probably put all 4 of them together with my custom black and white TARDIS. Yeah, I just think that's just such a cool idea, and it's just a shame that they only released 4 action figures in black and white. I mean, the Cyberman, it's weird because it's grey and not silver, but then again, if you think about it, my girlfriend pointed this out to me, silver's reflective and it reflects colour, whereas grey isn't as reflective and doesn't reflect as much colour, so that's probably why they decided to do that, which makes a lot of sense, and I don't know why I didn't pick that up in the first place. Character, just please make more black and white figures, please, 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 and make the packaging black and white as well, because it looks super, super cool. Number 7. So number 7 we have the Usurpation Cyberman box set. For those of you who don't know, I did a fan film at college. It was pretty goddamn awful, but it was a lot of fun to make. I made action figures based on those. I have uploaded a video, so go check it out, link in the description. But the middle one is me, and the 2 Cybermen is Mana and Lewis. It's really awesome, I just love it, and I put a backdrop of the set which we worked in, and it's just kind of surreal because it actually looks kind of official, because I think I've done such a good job on the customs. I'm over the moon with how it came out, really, to be honest. And I even put my old logo on the bottom. Number 6. So number 6 is the Time Crash set, but not just the Time Crash set. This is the UK 100 Time Crash set. So it's super limited, very hard to get. They usually go for like a couple of £100, but I managed to get it for 60, so that was a bargain. Yeah, I wanted the Time Crash set for years. Ever since it came out, I just never managed to get my hands on one. But a couple of years ago, I found an auction for one of these, and it was from a pretty established Doctor Who seller, and for whatever reason he put the starting bid at 60 quid. I thought he would have done like 150 or something. Number 5. Yeah, this is my Evil of the Daleks Emperor. I haven't done a video on it because I'm going to be updating it, so I'll wait until then to do a video on it. Yes, I know that Edward Felix did a much better design than I have, but at the end of the day, this was scratch built. Like, I bled and cut myself so many times making this, maybe a slight exaggeration. But it was an absolute pain in the rectum to finish. It was so difficult to do. It was worth it in the end. I still think it looks really awesome. Resin. This bit is disproportionate a little bit, but I don't really care. I just think it looks really cool. I'll probably end up getting one of Edward's ones at some point, produced by Nathan Ward in resin. So I might pick one of those up at some point, but I'm still happy with mine. And I'm also going to be making a black and white version, a destroyed version, and a black and white destroyed version. So 4 variants of the Evil Emperor, so that's really cool. I think every Doctor Who fan has wanted an Evil of Daleks Emperor in their collection. Yeah, I made one, and then as soon as I finished it, that bloody kit got released and shot all over mine. Alright, now this is a funny one. You might think it's a bit of a joke putting it on here, but I have a fascination with knockoff items. I mean, obviously, like, not stuff that comes out nowadays, really, because, like, it's just direct copies and just completely rips off the originals, and it's really shitty when they do like the Sonic things. There's a company called First Floor Figures which made this line of 6 Sonic figures. It was a beautiful set. It was really cool. I've got a couple of them in my collection, but they are so heavily bootlegged. You go on eBay and type in Sonic figures, and there's thousands of them bootlegged, and it's really sad because the original figures were awesome. But when it comes to these, it's quite hilarious, and I just love funny bootlegs, and I'd love to start up a funny bootleg collection. I'm kind of putting 4 items into one here, and I'll probably do a separate video on them at some point, but these are quite goddamn funny because the fish tank ornaments, this was like Robot Man, and this was Alien Tank or something like that. This is a pop vinyl Dalek which has been bootlegged, and this is a Characteroption Cyberman which has been bootlegged. Bloody hilarious. There you go, this is my bootleg Doctor Who helicopter. This thing is absolutely fantastic because it's so... it just leaves you speechless, like, what the hell is this supposed to be? I just love that moment in the episode where the Doctor and Rose and Pete Tyler are escaping from the Cyber Controller, and then the Cyber Controller thinks, aha, I am going to step into my Cyberman helicopter.
What have you done?
I gave them back their souls. They can see what you've done, Lumic, and it's killing them!
Delete! Delete!
And lastly, in the bootleg thing I have a mint in box. It's not really much to brag about because I know it's a bootleg, but a mint in box 10th Doctor bootleg action figure. It's insane. It's awesome. I'm sure everyone's seen these, but honestly, this is probably one of the rarest things in my collection. Simply, it probably is, alongside what I'm going to show you in a minute. Finding one of these is very difficult nowadays, but to find it mint in box, I have not seen one for sale in my entire time collecting, and then I just stumbled across an auction and I just managed to get it really cheap. So yeah, and there was some bitch selling I'll take that out, that's quite mean. But there was a very impolite lady who had 2 boxed Doctor Who helicopters, mint in box, no damage whatsoever, selling them for like, I don't know, 30 quid, 15 quid each, which was a really good deal. Where else are you going to find those? And I remember on eBay there was one for like £200. I asked her to ship and she said, oh no, sorry. And I kept pestering her about it because I was absolutely desperate for them. And I said, look, I'll literally give you whatever amount you want, just name your price and ship it to me. And she completely ignored me. It's at number 3. We have these, and I'm sure you, well, I hope you've seen them. These are my prototype 3.75 inch figures. These are the rarest things I own. They are incredibly rare. You will not find these. You may get very, very, very lucky and find a couple, but chances are you're not. And it just makes me feel good to know that I own them and like everybody else doesn't. I know 2 other people that own them. Insane. I don't really have much more to say. Go check out my review of them, but I was very lucky to get them. I was stumbling across eBay while I was at college, meant to be doing my work, and because I didn't have PayPal at the time, I was like, Lewis! I sent him a link and said, buy these, I'll give you the money. So lucky to get them because as soon as I bought them, the rest were sold out, so it was absolutely crazy. Number 2. This is more of a sentimental thing because they are the first Daleks which were mass produced, which were accurate. I mean, they're not completely accurate, but in terms of resembling a Dalek, they're probably the best representation. Dalek representation. Ah, how could I forget? This was meant to be in the list. When I said Product Enterprise, I meant all the Product Enterprise things I owned, including the Talking Dalek and the stuff over there. This guy was like my first Cyberman action figure ever. He's so cool. He's gone really sticky over time. I don't know why, the plastic's just really sticky, but he is literally one of my favourite items. I forgot about him, so he's on the list. But yeah, these talking ones don't mean as much as the remote control black one I have, so I'll show that off now. That was the first Dalek I ever got, or maybe it was the second, I'm not sure. But still, I'll never get rid of that because it's like, it's what started it all. It's what started all this madness. Yeah, these guys are cool. I like these. You're an enemy of the Daleks. Alright, number 1, what you've all been waiting for. The magnum opus, the rarest thing I own. The most detailed thing I own. A book. A book. So what's so special about this book? Well, this is my autograph book. Whenever I go to conventions, which obviously I don't do now because we can't go to conventions, I get someone from the classic series to sign this off. And I've seen a couple of other people do this, but I've got this book when I was like 6 or something, so obviously it means a lot in that regard. It's seen better days, but it's a fantastic book. And I've got, that's funny, there's a picture of me and Ian McDermott in the front. And a picture of me and Sylvester McCoy. Look at my smile. I think probably the best autograph will be the William Russell one because, I mean, he's like 108,000 years old, so I was lucky to get that one. I did. I mean, obviously he's not passed away yet, but obviously I don't want him to because he's awesome. I just think the book is just so nice and it's just presented in such an amazing way. Such a classic Doctor Who way to present. It's a fantastic book, and I urge any collector to try and track this down. Then we got Jamie, and it was a shame I didn't get Deborah Watlin's autograph when I could have done. Then we got good old Sergeant Benton, Katie Manning, and I won't bore you with all of them because this is meant to be kind of a quick fire video, but essentially most of the classic companions, or at least half I've got, and all of the classic Doctors which are alive obviously. I've got 2 Oscar, good Wook. I can't read what he put. Yeah, it's one of those things like every time I pick it up it's just a really magical experience and it just brings back all of the memories of meeting such wonderful people and such miserable people. Peter Davison, I'm joking. No, he's a nice guy. But yeah, it's just my childhood just summed up in a book, so I mean that's why it's at number 1. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a fun video, nice to look back at this kind of stuff, and yeah, see you in the Sonic one, which none of you will watch, but if you don't, I'll kill your great grandmother. Because I will. Believe it.